I'm going to start this video off by saying that I'm planning to start a series where I get you guys V2 rockets. I know a lot of you guys have wanted stuff like nuclears in the past and past Call of Duties and stuff like that. There is medals in the game for both Vicious and V2 rockets. So if that's something that you guys want me to do on your account, I need you guys to like the video and comment down below letting me know why. Like, give me a good reason, you know? Why do you need it on your account? I'm sure all of you guys love Call of Duty. I think if you're watching this video, you probably love Call of Duty and you probably love World War II, or else I don't know why you'd be watching a World War II video, or maybe you're starting to love it. I don't know. Wherever your situation is, everybody knows that basically every video game you've ever played has had issues. Whether it's one way or another, there's been problems with the game. And there's certain ways to fix these problems, and I think there's a lot of problems that you want fixed with the game. For example, in Call of Duty, there's a really popular thing that I think everybody has known that's been in Call of Duty for a very long time that has never been fixed, and that is leaderboard hackers, leaderboard modders, boosters, stuff like that being on the leaderboards. Like, for example, in Black Ops 3, the #1 player in the world was Doom Lucky Girl. She wasn't actually #1. She was like number 12 or something, because there was 11 people that had modded stats that were at the top of leaderboards. Obviously, that may not be a massive issue to all of you guys, but to some of you guys, that's really annoying. This is just one of many issues that have been in Call of Duty for a while that I think, you know, should be fixed. It shouldn't be that hard for them to simply just clear someone off the leaderboards or delete their account or ban their account or whatever the case may be. Now, currently, there is a problem with this in World War II. The leaderboards, if you look at the top page of it, there's not people that are really supposed to be on there. There's people with nearly 2,000 score per minute. There's people that are level 1,000. There's all kinds of different, I don't know if they're hacking. I don't know if they're boosting. I don't know if they're glitching. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not meant to be there, you know? They did make a ban on some of these boosters, hackers, modders, whatever they are, a while ago, but now they're like back up there. And maybe it's like, you know, a lot of work for Activision or whatever. This video isn't about, you know, talking crap about Activision. This video isn't saying like, oh, you need to step it up. I'm actually going to make this video a positive thing where I kind of put in some recommendations of what we could maybe do to make the game better. So what I want you to do is I want you to think in your head, like think in your head right now and think about every problem you could think of in Call of Duty, like not just World War II, but any Call of Duty in general. And I want you to comment that down below, like what the problem is, like what the specific issue is. I'm going to try to reply, think of an idea of how we could fix that, and then I'm just kind of making this like a thread of how we could fix the game. And I'm like, once again, I'm not talking about World War II. I'm not talking bad on Activision. I just want to see what the community kind of has to say about the game, about Call of Duty in general. And, you know, I think there's a lot of major improvements that we could make just by suggestions through each other, and I'm going to get into that in just a second. I talked about this a little bit on my live stream, and you guys seem really interested. This seemed to spark a lot of your guys' brains, so I think that you guys will really enjoy what I have to say and the ideas that I have in this video. So kind of just listen to this and take this, you know, just with an open mind, okay? I used to play a game named RuneScape, and in the game RuneScape, they implemented this massive update which completely destroyed the game. The video, when they uploaded on YouTube, it was kind of like Infinite Warfare, had very little likes and tons of dislikes. The whole community was saying, no, don't do this, no, don't do this, no, don't do this, but they did it anyway, and it kind of destroyed the game for a little bit. Now, since then, RuneScape, or Jagex, the company that made it, learned about this. They learned off this, and they created something called an in-game poll. Now, what that is any update, no matter what it is, if they're changing, you know, health, or if they're changing, like anything. Like, let's say this was for Call of Duty. They would change, you know, let's say if they were changing recoil on a gun, or if they were adding new maps, or if they were doing any changes whatsoever. Imagine if there was a poll system in the game where it polled it and, you know, 60% of us had to vote yes on it for it to actually be added to the game. I think that would be groundbreaking. I think that would make the game, like, imagine if things were never put into the game that we didn't want, like us as the community didn't want. And I really hope Activision's listen to this. I think that's an awesome idea. Huge props to Jagex. I love RuneScape now. I play it. Like, I try not to play it because it's kind of like a drug to me, but I love RuneScape. That's my favorite game of all time, for those of you guys that don't know. But that is an awesome system. And even beyond that, okay, even beyond that, because I think there's some things that, you know, maybe isn't an update, but I think there's things that the community needs to, you know, be able to vote on outside of just updates. I think there should be a way where, you know, maybe if anybody suggests like a poll, like maybe we should suggest the change of, I don't know, the bar getting buffed, or like, you know, this map being changed, or like just anything like that. Like being able to suggest an idea for the whole community to vote on, and if the community votes yes, then it gets passed. I think that's awesome. And I know a lot of you guys may say like, this might not work out with like creators, or you know what I mean, like, you know, if someone huge like Pomage wanted some big update in the game, you know, he could tell everyone to go vote for it or whatever, but I don't think that would work. Imagine if there was like a little poll in the headquarters, you know, that was there right when you spawn, and it said, what do you think of this, what do you think of this, what do you think of this, and every general player voted on it. I don't think that would be a thing. Like there's not enough power unless like the whole community together wanted something to change, it would change it. Another really good idea I have, which I think will help with the longevity of the game, you know, making people like me and you want to play it more each and every single day, is the ability to basically change how the season pass or DLC maps in general work. Now, a lot of you guys probably bought the season pass, a lot of you guys plan on buying it, a lot of you guys have bought DLC maps in the past in Call of Duty, and for those of you guys that are like me that mainly play multiplayer, you're maybe not too thrilled about it. For me, when I buy multiplayer maps, it's kind of like a disadvantage. You're paying money to play on, you know, a worse connection because there's only X amount of people that have the map pack, and also you play against generally like the more skilled, more talented players in the game, which I mean is fun from time to time, but let's be honest, like when you're just chilling back playing some COD, you don't necessarily want to try your ass off every single game. So overall, it's just not the greatest experience ever. As far as the multiplayer side, I think they do great with zombies and everything else. But I just feel like the multiplayer side of DLC is not necessarily correct. And I want to propose an idea that I think would make it a lot better. Now, I know this is a hard thing to change for Activision. And if they're listening to this, like it really is a hard thing. But trust me when I say this, or at least listen to me when I say this, I think this will help the game in the long run. Now, when you think about a Call of Duty game, normally, typically, you know, in this game, for example, we only have 9 maps. I think they're making the Season Pass map open for everybody on like December 8th is something that I heard. So that's pretty awesome to know. We'll be up to 10 maps. I haven't even played that map yet. But basically what I'm trying to say is that like it kind of gets old. Like I love Call of Duty, but playing the same 9 maps, playing the same 10 maps, playing the same 12 maps every single day, all year, it kind of gets stale. Like there's no one Call of Duty map that I want to play over and over and over and over and over and over again. It just doesn't exist. That doesn't really exist on any. The only game I could think where you really play one map is like League of Legends, but that's League of Legends. Like that's completely different. This is what I think should happen. I think if you have the season pass or if you buy the DLC, you have the ability to still do that, and you get it a month before everybody else. But everybody else that doesn't buy it, you know, the people that are just casual Call of Duty players, the people that don't have the money to buy it, the people that just everybody, after a month is required to download it, and all of the DLC maps for multiplayer. I'm not talking about zombies. I'm talking about only for multiplayer. All of the maps are implemented into every playlist from then on for free, like forever. Because think about that. That's going to spicing up the game so much. There's going to be so much more content. It's just going to be so much better. And I know, once again, that's something hard to do. That's something, you know, changing, you know, maybe a big source of their income. But I think that's a really solid thing for the game. If you're watching this video to this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash a like, subscribe if you guys are brand new. Like I said, be commenting this stuff down below, like what you think of these ideas. I want to know what you guys think of this. I want to know what you guys want to have fixed, stuff like that. Turn on the notifications, man. I've never really pushed notifications on my YouTube channel, but I think that if you're watching to this point, you probably either one, absolutely hate what I'm saying, or you really love it. So I'm just trying to help the game be better. These are some ideas that I had to, you know, maybe make the game better, maybe get rid of these glitches, maybe get rid of just every problem that is possibly in the game. I got one more really good idea that I want to drop on you guys this video, but seriously, thank you guys so much for watching this to this point, man. If you can hear me, say AO in the comments. Call of Duty has had all types of DLC. We've had weapons, we have maps, we have game modes, we have all kinds of stuff. One thing that I think is maybe the biggest thing in Call of Duty, the most exciting thing in Call of Duty that we've never seen as DLC, is score streaks. Imagine if you could unlock somehow, maybe through supply drops, maybe through purchasing it, maybe through whatever. I really don't care. I think it would make the game so much more fun. Imagine if you could unlock the dog streak or like lodestar or like, you know, some throwback stuff. Like they're bringing back the MSMC and like all these guns we loved from BO2 into BO3. Imagine if we got some throwbacks of kill streaks from previous CODs into new Call of Duty games. I've seen a lot of you guys complaining about how weak the kill streaks are in World War II, and I'm kind of on your side, although I normally run non-lethals anyway, so I don't really care too much about score streaks. I'm just happy there's a nuke. But just imagine, man, if you were able to, you know, get the swarm, or if you're able to get lodestar or chopper gun or whatever the case may be, through supply drops or through any means, I think that would make the game like way more fun. It would make it really hype. Like imagine if I uploaded a supply drop opening video tomorrow and I got the swarm and I freaked out and jumped out the window and died. That would be awesome. I'm not actually gonna die, knock on wood, hopefully not. But seriously, man, I like stuff like that, like stuff that makes you want to grind the game, that gives you a reason to play, that gives you something new and fresh and exciting. I think that's what Call of Duty needs. Call of Duty is an amazing, amazing core game. You could play it for hours. But imagine if when you were playing Call of Duty every time, you had a reason to be playing it, you know? When you go to level 1,000, you don't really get much for it. Imagine if they added, you know, some gun or some kill streak or some camo or something that you got that was super epic once you got to level 1,000. We need more reasons to play this game. I love this game as much as you do. I love World War II. I think it's a really, really good Call of Duty. I just want to try to help it grow. I want to try to help it get better in every single way that I can possibly think. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for making it to this point. Be sure to subscribe. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. I don't know what the feedback, what the results of this video will be, but I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say after hearing the whole video if you're still watching to this point. Thank you guys so much for watching, man, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.